But then you see here, we're going to see Vanguard for the first time.
Our lightest team.
They do. It's lightest team because they do have 6 members, so not everyone is going to go this round. So they are going to have a fresh person when it comes to their second go-around against Bayshore.
And they'll get to play with the matchups there a little bit more than the other teams because they have to send everyone where Vanguard's just not going to have to do that. I would imagine Nick doesn't get sent first for Average Joe's, give him a breather.
Hopefully he gets a little bit of a break.
And I forgot to mention in our first match, just joining us as the referee for the team matchups is owner, promoter, whatever you want to call him, Josh Baker, taking over the referee duties for the team duels today.
Making sure everything goes smooth, by the book.
Giving Average Joe's a little bit of a breather there before we transition.
If you did get that sub in regulation, would have been tied. Your first criteria is as many regulation subs. Whoever has most of that. If that's tied, the duel would be a draw. The team total at the end would be decided.
With that, Webb says they're good, so we're going to get started here. Again, we'll have Vanguard up against Webb. So we'll see our Webb competitors again, new to the circle, the Vanguard competitors.
The fresher team.
The fresher team. We'll see if that, and being lighter, at least having the freshness to it could potentially help them there. Vanguard's going to be coached today by a competitor from later on. Dylan Garofalo will be coaching him here in the team format before he competes in our pro bouts afterwards. And our streaming crew has to come back. And we are about to have our coin flip now. Vanguard versus Average Joe's out of Webb BJJ. Going out for the coin toss, looks like it's going to be Xavier. Guillerme was all ready to run out there, so I think I know who Average
Who might
Joe's
be
is going to be sending
up
out,
first?
but the coin toss comes
we'll see.
first. Vanguard will send out first in our first matchup. Vanguard's red.
Vanguard's red. Abigail's green.
Vanguard discussing who they're going to send out first here.
Name.
Oh, Michael. Oh, O'Connor.
All right, sending out for Vanguard first is Mike O'Connor, weighed in at 183, a blue belt. Vanguard, their advantage today, all blue belts, all a little bit more jiu-jitsu experience. He'll be up against Billy Janzer from Webb. And we are underway.
And this is where you see the size discrepancy. You know, Vanguard has 6 members on their team, so Mike is actually the biggest, but at 183, then you
Exactly
see
30 pounds lighter than Billy.
Yeah.
He was able to use that size, put him right to the wall. TV even shaking in here. Big boy, big pressure. When Billy goes out of bounds.
the wall was definitely shaking there. I was afraid that TV might come down. Oh.
Mikey headbutting off the whistle. Probably wasn't a fan of the wall pushing. Referee taking that under control.
Looks like we got a first warning there.
That stall warning would come into play later on in the overtimes. And potentially as team criteria if needed. Billy able to throw him straight down there. Size and
I
wrestling.
mean, just pretty much muscled him right down.
You put your wrestler, you give him 30 pounds up
Right.
against, looks more of a jiu-jitsu practitioner, lighter. Not a great combination for the feet, but hey, now we're in the zone where jiu-jitsu will take more play. And as I say that, he throws the legs.
Right, you got Mike playing this butterfly guard. He was kind of going for that omoplata before. You can see he's got a little bit more off of his back, trying to maybe roll under for a leg as well. You know, especially when you got that kind of size advantage. When someone's really pressure heavy, you know, you feel like you might have a little bit more success rolling or diving for the legs. But you see also up against the wall, that's kind of a little bit of a hindrance as well.
As we saw in the last match, difference maker finding that submission in the first period. Webb was never able to find that, cost them the match. See if they're able to change that up here.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that's the hard part about having the wall there. So you see that that Mike is he was trying to fish under for kind of the underhook on the leg. The problem is with the wall there, you're not going to be able to get a sweep or anything out of that because the wall's in the way. So he's kind of a little bit stuck there.
Halfway through, 2 minutes remaining. Mike able to push away, get back to his feet, still stuck on the wall, but back on his feet. Very physical on the feet here from both competitors.
Yeah, and you see Billy really trying to use that wall. He wants to work that.
Mike's trip attempt there thwarted pretty quickly. Billy finding a leg. Takes him down against the wall.
But again, that wall is a hindrance to both.
Yep.
You know, it takes away, you know, your sweeps from the bottom and even trying to be dominant on top. It takes away that space so you can try for subs. So don't know if it's, you know, the smartest gameplay to stay up against the wall if you're really trying, if you only got 4 minutes to work and get a submission.
1 minute remains.
You see Billy just really pressuring him into the wall. It's really hard for Mike to get space. Now he's rolling under, grabbing a leg. But you know, Billy's got really good hips and really good sprawl, so it's going to be hard to collect that leg to bring it under, you know, to maybe try for that knee bar or whatever he had planned. You know, it's just got those good wrestler hips. They're just sprawled heavy.
We've been playing in a position where Billy is definitely comfortable so far. Mike's best bet's probably going to be trying to find a way to make him uncomfortable. 10 seconds remaining here in the opening period. Mike able to separate back into the wall. As the time expires, we head to the first overtime.
I'm exhausted for them.
Notice we did not flip there for choice. Billy automatically had it from that stall that was presented early on. Billy takes the back. And we are underway. If Billy's able to come out on top here with his hip still intact, it would be hard for Mike, so he's got to avoid that.
Yeah, you see, Mike, you know, he's kind of got his arms a little free. He's trying to get his shoulders really down to the mat. He's got one on the mat, he's trying to bring the other one down, but Billy's able to kind of pull him back on top, and he's also maybe trying for like a little bit of an ankle lock by holding one leg, one of his hooks completely down.
15 seconds. Mike not able to generate much here in this first period.
Yeah, he's trying to break his grips, but it's just...
And with 3 seconds left, he won't have enough time. So Billy rides him out here in the first period, sets himself up beautifully for at least that 1 point. But Mike gonna have the opportunity. A little surprised he's taking the back here. But he has to find that submission here or ride him out. But if I'm Mike, I don't want to go to this next overtime, so I'm looking for that submission.
Right,
Billy almost out already, and there it is. He's out right away. Billy Jans are able to find the overtime victory. 1 point for Average Joe's out of Webb. Average Joe's will send now. Out for Average Joe's will be Guilherme Lemieux. Guilherme Lemieux weighed in at 174. Josh.
What's your name?
Okay. Out for Vanguard is Jason Rosati. Again, Guilherme Lemieux from Webb.
Pretty even matchup. There's only a 3-pound weight difference. They're both blue belts.
So excited to see this one as Jason goes to pull that guard right away.
Instant guard pull. He's going right for that leg. He wanted to end that quick.
He did. Searching for the excitement for his team. Get him on the board. Now, I'm not sure, too sure what this means. Well, as Guilherme transitions to a leg all weight. Able to settle. Jason, they call him the Bird. When talking to him earlier, I asked why. I was told I don't get to know. But all I know, some call it, some say it's Larry, some say it's Big. No, Jason is the Bird.
Okay. All right.
Do with that what you will. Jason again in the gray.
So you see Jason just trying to do this like heavy pressure half guard passing here. But you see Guilherme back in butterfly guard.
Actively engaging from bottom there.
Nice little knee cut right into side control.
But Guilherme right up. And the big toss,
nice
but Jason rolls right through. Exciting toss.
Nice.
Exciting, didn't do much.
You still love to see it, though.
Oh, love a nice big toss.
The crowd loves it. Gets them excited.
Shoots in as he pulls guard.
Yeah, you can see that Jason he wants a leg. Like that's his goal. Playing from this butterfly guard, he's still he wants to transition under. Yep, right into the saddle. So again, straight ankle from there is going to be a little harder to finish. Oh,
Dangerous position though.
Yeah.
And there's the tap. Jason Rosati drops the hammer, winner by submission, and a big 3 points for Vanguard. Vanguard takes the 3-1 lead going into match 3. Vanguard sends first. Great headlock. Will look great on promotional. Sending out for Vanguard will be Xavier Barrios. Xavier Barrios
Good.
Will represent Vanguard. Webb will send 167.5. He's heaviest remaining. He'll be up against Cade Baradelli. Cade Baradelli will have a 32-pound advantage or so. And we are underway. Cade in the black and white trunks. Xavier in the black and blue as he dives for a leg. Cade using that side, big push into the wall, into
Just
the
like he
takedown.
did. Just like he did the first match. Pushed him up against the cage, got that double leg. But then also, the difference here is Xavier. He's blue belt. Looks like he has a similar game to what we just saw from Jason, how he really wanted to pull. He wants to get underneath that leg. So I think we're going to see something similar to that last match that we saw.
These big, pressuring wrestlers who maybe don't have that jiu-jitsu experience, this type of game definitely can make them uncomfortable, which is exactly what you need to do here. And Xavier having a lot of success here, keeping distance, fighting off pressure. Good early start for him.
Yeah, so you see Cade's really going to try to use that body lock to pass that butterfly guard, but Xavier is using it just to get back into a closed guard instead. Right.
Reaches for it, almost finds the choke.
Yeah, you see Xavier, he's constantly attacking.
Yes.
You know, he was going for, you saw the guillotine, then we saw Cade got out of that. He's now going for like a shoulder crunch straight armbar. Like, he's constantly attacking from closed guard here. I mean, he wants that straight armbar, as you can see, but Cade's able to pull that elbow free a little bit, so he can't really isolate it that much. Oh, going for a leg, single leg X here. Could have that straight ankle lock if he tries to go belly down. Cade needs to kind of shoot that leg through, maybe push that outside leg to the mat.
And there is the tap.
Whoa.
Another great submission. Xavier Barrios drops the hammer, winner by submission, and a big 6-1 lead for Vanguard.
That's the second straight ankle lock in a row for Vanguard.
Xavier run away from circle before he gets his hand raised. Great day for Xavier. He was actually coaching a powerlifting competition before this. Both his competitors won gold. Great day for Xavier.
There we go.
Head into our fourth matchup, and Average Joe's going to need a lot here. Dan Heston out for Average Joe's.
Yep.
He'll be up against Evan. He'll be up against Evan Glassgold out of Vanguard. Evan, kind of the team captain of Vanguard. Similar size, 167 for Evan, 170 for Denny, but a very different distribution of weight. Evan, your shorter, stockier type in the beautiful teal rash guard. Danny, and your lankier all black.
Brings out his eyes, you know.
It does bring out his eyes.
Yeah.
It looks great. I want the shorts to be a little more exciting as well, but I'll take what I can get. Pressuring front head here as he takes the back.
He's got a nice body lock.
Danny looking to roll through. Evan doing a great job hanging on.
Yeah.
But Danny able to scramble his hips out. Now he's in the front head.
Yep, so Evan looks like he's getting into this butterfly half guard. Maybe trying to get an underhook on the leg. Ooh, he's got a nice little shoulder crunch, maybe a straight arm bar. He's got that straight arm bar working. I'm really impressed by all of the attacks, especially from bottom, from this Vanguard team.
They're coming here to play. There's no waiting around on this team.
They are. Like, they don't care what position they're in. Either top or bottom, they're attacking from wherever. They want those submission wins.
Danny able to find side. A lot of active coaching from the Vanguard corner as well. The whole team's engaged.
Yep, Evan's trying to sneak in some frames in there, trying to shrimp away a little bit. Now he's recovered that half guard. Oh, now he's attacking his own. Oh.
We have to separate here as Danny goes for a twisting leg lock. Not able to do that under the amateur rule set. Danny not happy with the call, but there are no twisting leg locks in amateur. Pretty universal rule. And we start on our feet. Danny gets hit with the stall there, which will take effect in overtime if needed. And we're underway, back on our feet. Big lift coming.
Oh, we got a Kimura lock from Danny there.
Evan able to fight out of it, but Danny now threatening his back.
Yeah, you see Evan had to drop, you know. It was like Danny had a he had a really good Kimura lock.
Great defense from that throw for Danny, using that there.
Now since the wall is in play, a little stuck there. So Danny can't really pass just because there's no room there. I mean, even if he wanted to go for a head and arm choke, the wall is in the way.
Danny takes a breath, looks up as we have a minute left. We're back to our feet. And the Average Joe's team is going to have to find some submissions. They need the points. An overtime one-point victory will not do it for him.
Yeah, so Evan's got one hook in. He's looking to go for the other. I think he might go for like a power half to really try and take him over so he can get that other hook in. Except he needs to roll over that other shoulder. Right, if he pulls him to the other side, he's got both hooks in.
20 seconds to work.
But he's got double unders on him, so he's not really going to be able to try for a choke here. This is just almost like a control position for him.
10 seconds left. And that is the first period as we head to overtime. Evan defers, again from his choice with the stall. Danny says, that's fine, I'll take your back. Danny again needs to find the submission if Average Joe's wants to continue today. Evan already able to fight one leg out. Rolls through, and there's the escape very quickly.
Very quick escape.
10 seconds, he's out. Danny still technically does have the opportunity to find that submission here as well, but much harder position now as Evan takes his back. And we are underway.
right, so you see Evan is just trying to dig the hands in, but you see Danny's not giving him any space, so he's just settling for double wrist control.
And Danny finds that submission that I mentioned, and that was sneaky.
I mean, that's what happens when Evan had his feet crossed, and Danny took advantage of it. You know,
And that was big.
you know, it's one thing that you teach, really, to kind of, your white belts is to not cross your feet unless you get more used to that position. So I don't ever say never cross your feet, because you just have to be aware of what can happen. If someone's starting to push down on your crossed ankles, you should push the other person away to create some space so that that straight ankle lock isn't there anymore. But
They have 2, they have 1. No, they have 0. They need 1 in this period to tie it. Nick? Max, all right. It'll be Nick, final competitor for Average Joe's, up against Max Neenan out of Vanguard. 150, 141, pretty similar sized. Now, I believe, based on the tiebreaker rules, Vanguard did lock up the victory there, but this at least makes it exciting and compelling.
and this is the second time we're seeing Nick as like their cleanup grappler, you know,
He
going
did definitely
fifth.
need that break. Max, a blue belt.
And it looks like Max wanted no part of Nick's wrestling.
Rolls straight to a leg there.
Yeah, as you can see from pretty much what this team has been doing this whole
think I know
time.
what
You know,
happens
they're
at practice. I think I know what happens at practice.
looks like they're a very leg lock heavy team, because he was trying to get into a pretty good almost K guard entry, but settled for closed guard here. I mean, he could do the same thing if he starts to open up. If Nick starts to stand, then you could see Max try to transition into K guard, which could lead to your ankle locks again. But now you see him work a little bit higher for like this shoulder crunch position, kind of coming into like this high mount. So he's got control of the shoulder. So what he wants to do now is he wants to lower that crunch down to the elbow. But Nick was wise to it, was able to pull his arm back in. Right, you see Max opened up the guard, but he still wants to play a little bit looser with his legs. Oh, maybe shooting up for a triangle here. He's got to get it over Nick's shoulder.
Throws up that triangle very quickly.
Yep. So it's not quite locked up. You see Nick's arm is a little on the outside. You see Nick trying to defend. He's trying to push in the armpits, trying to push off of his neck. Max he's got to push Nick's arm over to the other side. That's what's...
As he's working to do now.
Nick's trying to put his feet over his chest to create some space for himself.
Vanguard thought they had a tap. Nick kept fighting though. It didn't look like from here.
Yeah, it's like once you're able to get both those legs over the chest and kind of roll to like this awkward belly down position, you're pretty much out of the submission at that point. It looks like Nick's got his own straight ankle lock. He's going belly down with it. It's got to be uncomfortable for Max here.
Max looking to keep rolling through. Now, if the submission is applied on when they go out, he'll also have choice coming back in.